So are you a YouTuber who's trying to figure out exactly what you need to do to grow your channel? Or did you just click on the thumbnail because you're a data geek and want to know how the YouTube algorithm works? Well, today's your lucky day. My name is Carl Pierre, founder of ENTP Life, and today I'm going to be going into exactly how I got my first viral video that's leading me to grow at a rate of 1,000 subscribers a day. That's right, 1,000 subscribers a day. I can't believe it because just 3 weeks ago, I was at 2,500 subscribers and celebrating. So it's June 23rd, and I'm at 8,000 subscribers. And I can guarantee you that I'm gonna be at more than 10,000 subscribers before the end of the week. As proof of that, I'm gonna show you my numbers in this video, and probably by the time that this video comes out, you're gonna get to see exactly where my subscribers are, and you're gonna see that what I'm telling you is valid and it's gold. In today's video, I'm gonna break down exactly how I figured out how the YouTube algorithm works, and why I think is the best way for you to team up with YouTube so that you benefit from knowing exactly what it is that you need to be as a YouTube partner. Now, if this is your first time at ENTP Life, here on ENTP Life, we talk about real estate, business, and anything else that I'm interested in. So you might come here and learn about stock trading, travel, flying, sailing, whatever it is. I'm an ENTP after all, so my interests are constantly changing and evolving. Now, if this is content that you find interesting, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else who could benefit from it. At any point in this video, if you have any comments or questions, please make sure you use the comment section below, and I do try to engage everybody. If you look through my videos, you see that I try to answer every single comment so that people out there are getting the value that they came to get out of this YouTube channel. So let me tell you a little story about me. I started this channel back in like January of 2019. So it's been over about 1.5 years since I started. But before this channel, I had another channel called Hook Eat Up. This was a channel where I was focused on just cooking food. And what I saw was that I wasn't getting a lot of engagement out of the people. It was really well produced. I had like 3 camera angles. I made it look like TV because I thought that's what it would take to get people interested. And I only got that channel up to like 300 or 400 subscribers at that time. So one morning I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of just doing things about food. I'm not this one-dimensional person who only knows how to cook. I have so many other ideas, and since I made this channel that was just about food, I couldn't really tap into my other interest. So this morning I go into my office and I was like, you know what? I'm working on a real estate flip. Let me talk about that. But that wouldn't match my Hook It Up channel. So I was like, you know what? Let me just make up a channel about my personality type, the ENTP. That way I have freedom to just do the things that I would do in my normal life, and no one could really say, hey, I'm losing focus of what my channel is about. I want to be able to just go out there and create whatever content I want, and whoever is watching is buying into me as the person and the things that I do as an ENTP, rather than whatever the niche is that I'm carving out for myself. So on that morning, I just put out a video, and there was nothing special about it. It was just half an hour of me talking about a real estate flip. And I was like, you know what? I like this. Let me continue to talk about real estate. And one morning, I filmed this video called the FHA 203K My Review, right? I just woke up, I didn't think about it, I didn't plan it out. It wasn't even well produced. I just sat on my couch and started talking about my experience with this loan program. Little did I know this would be the program that taught me something new about YouTube. YouTube really cares that you're addressing what's being searched. This was my first video to ever get picked up and ranked in search, and I didn't even know how. I was even trying to rank for search. It was just something that people were looking into because the program is a fairly unique loan program because it allows you to buy a house with just 3.5% down, which is very cheap in the world of real estate. So people who hear about this program naturally go into Google and naturally go into YouTube trying to get more information. And it turns out that there weren't many people who were talking about their experience going through the loan program. It was always like a loan guy telling people, well, this is the loan program, etc. But my video was one of the few that showed you the perspective of the person who's gone through it. And for that reason, people watch it through and through, and it continued to rank well. So that made me think, okay, all my future videos, I need to try to figure out how to get those videos to rank. And I came across another YouTube video that went over TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy is an application that gets downloaded directly onto your Google Chrome, and it lets you see and suggest to you keywords that will allow you to rank. So let's just say you were doing a video on hair and makeup, right? There might be certain keywords that you're using in this description and inside of your keyword box that will rank your video higher, and it'll show you exactly where it will rank. Now remember, even though your video will rank high in the beginning, it doesn't always mean that it's gonna stay there. The way that it stays there is if your content actually delivers on the thing that you're saying, if people find value out of that content. But that's just a little bit of a background on how I started to figure out how this algorithm truly works. So once I got a good handle on search, I started making more videos that were searchable. My titles would have questions in them, and I would really go at it to make sure that I am addressing a real question that people in the marketplace may have, whether it's about real estate. Another video series that's doing very well on the channel is my how to start a home care agency. I'm the owner of a home care agency in New York. I'm expanding in Florida, and I thought, you know what? When I got started, I wish I had YouTube out there teaching me exactly how to do it. So I said, why not start a series showing other people how to start a home care agency? Lo and behold, there's nobody out there on YouTube doing that. It's highly searchable, and that video is also ranking and doing very well. Now, it wasn't the FHA video that got me to go so viral and really understand the algorithm, and it wasn't my home care agency video that did it either. Both of those videos are still doing very well on YouTube, getting views day after day. It's not just about those first week views from your subscribers. It's the views from the world, right? That's what you want to grab. How do I grab people's attention that aren't following me and bring them to my channel? Highly searchable videos do that, right? So the more search a certain topic is and the higher you're ranking, the more you're gonna get some organic traffic, people who are strangers to your channel coming to your channel. Now, with all things in life, there is always a certain luck factor that comes into whether or not you're gonna be successful. But it's not just random dumb luck. It is the luck that comes out of you taking a certain action. One day, my brother texted me an article from CNN that was talking about selling homes in Italy for $1. And he was like, I know you invest in real estate. I always had this dream of having like a vineyard in another country. Why don't you go check it out? So naturally, I came first to YouTube and started YouTubing and searching for these dollar homes in Italy and saying, is this legit? Is anybody else out there doing it? And I came across a few videos that were covering the topic, which let me know that it was real. But the majority of those videos were from news networks, and it was like the typical polished news story, and it really didn't give that much context to what the experience is like. I also came across a few others that were in Italy, like David Waters. He was in Italy looking for Euro properties. He's investing in Italy, and he's an American guy. So it showed me something that was familiar to myself. I'm a real estate investor. I'm interested in buying these properties in Italy, and here's this American guy who's in Italy doing the same. But there was one thing that was missing from his videos was more context, more of a story to walk me through it. I wanted to see the entire process from beginning to end. And that's where the idea was born for the video that actually went viral. I decided that I was gonna go to Italy and find one of these Euro properties, but I was gonna document the entire experience from the moment that I left the airport to the time that I renovate this property. So right now, I'm in the third episode of this series, and it's episode number 3 that really took off. See, the first video captured me leaving New York and arriving at Mussomeli, Italy. I showed you that journey, what that experience was like, and I shared that video, of course, to YouTube and to my Facebook community. And from there, I saw a lot of people like, wow, this is so cool, is this real? They had a lot of questions, and already more than any other video that I ever put out, I was getting more organic feedback and engagement from my friends and the small community that I had. That let me know that I was onto something. The very next video was me giving a tour of Italy. I went to a different city, I visited some ruins, I went down to the beach, and I showed people what they could expect of Sicily. But at this point, I was starting to build suspense for what the properties look like. And this is such a critical piece to exactly what happened next. So by the time that I came out with video number 3, people were already primed and conditioned for wanting to see these properties. What exactly do we get for €1? What happened next would be best explained if I take you on over to my desktop. Let's take a look at the video itself. So the first thing that you see is that it's June 23rd. I have 8,096 subscribers. This morning alone, I only had 8,020, right? So in the past like hour and a half, I've already gained 60 subscribers, which is pretty nuts. And in the last 28 days, I'm already up 5,300 subscribers. Now, you see, obviously everything is on the upswing. But check this out. So here's the video that paid off for me. It was cheap $1 houses in Italy. 30,000 views in the last 48 hours. Nuts. Now, if you look at my last video, right? It only has a 1.1% click-through rate, 221 views. So by no stretch of the imagination am I like a genius and every video I put out takes off like this. But now that I'm studying this pattern, I already know exactly what I'm gonna do the next time to try to get this sort of effect. Looking at the reach, YouTube has presented this video 1.2 million times. It has a click-through rate of 4%, which is, I guess, a little bit above average. If you had a click-through rate of, let's just say 10%, YouTube would absolutely be pushing this video everywhere because, again, it's what they want, right? They want people to click your videos. Now, as things started to take off for this video, I was like racking my brain as to what is going on? How is this happening? And how do I reproduce it? Just like the 203K video, and I started to see that I was getting a lot of views on that, I tried to figure it out and say, what is really going on here? And here is where I break down exactly what YouTube's algorithm is all about. YouTube's algorithm is most concerned with earning money from ads and keeping people interested in coming back to YouTube. It sounds so obvious, right? That of course YouTube's algorithm cares about earning money on ads, but you have to understand exactly what's going on and how they figure out which videos are going to make them the most money and which videos are worth it to their viewers. So the first thing that you have to consider when you're trying to make a video that hacks into YouTube's algorithm is that you need a video that people actually want to click on. YouTube first tests how your video is going to perform on your subscribers. This is why they don't make you a YouTube partner until you're at 1,000 subscribers, because that's a good enough number for them to get some real data as to whether or not this video is good or bad. When you first release a video, what happens is they're watching how your subscribers interact with your video. The first way that the video goes out is into their browse section or into their subscribers list, right? So they're gonna scroll through their list of videos, and one of their subscribers' videos is gonna catch their attention, and they're gonna click it and they're gonna watch it. They're looking to see how many people that they presented your new video to actually click and watch. That's going to determine your initial click-through rate. Why is click-through rate so important when it comes to YouTube videos? And why is your thumbnail really important at triggering a click? Well, click-through rate is important because it's YouTube's first opportunity to present an ad. Remember, I told you YouTube is most concerned with earning money from ads. So how is it gonna earn money from ads other than you clicking on the video? As you click a video, it draws up that first video ad, which YouTube makes a lot of money on, by the way. That first ad starts to play, and of course you could skip it in 5 seconds. But sometimes if your video is really good, it's not a skippable ad and you have to watch it. Either way, whether or not they just presented the first 5 seconds or somebody actually watched a 15-second video or whatever the case may be to trigger a full payment, YouTube gets paid. YouTube gets paid off of just presenting the video, which is called an impression, and then they get paid for a click or a watch. So the fact that somebody clicked your video already made YouTube money, and they care about that. Now that you pulled somebody into your video world and YouTube already made their first bit of money by showing the ad, the next thing that YouTube is really looking for is how engaging and how good is this content. That matters to them because, again, they're looking to place an ad and they want to make sure that they're recommending videos to their users that are good, because they don't want to just only hit you with a bunch of videos and then that are highly clickable and nothing but clickbait, and then you drop off and say, man, YouTube is getting pretty sketchy because all they're doing is sending me these clickbaity videos. So the very next thing that they're looking for is how engaged you are. How many of the people who actually click through your video watch the entire video? Do they drop off after 1 minute? Do they drop off after 2 minutes? How deep into the video do they get? Once again, this is important to YouTube, not only to preserve their reputation, but if your video is 10 minutes or longer, YouTube likes to stick ads in the middle of your videos. They know that if someone is highly engaged in the content, they've already clicked the thumbnail, they really like the content, they're gonna stick another ad right in the middle of that video and earn another impression and potentially another view. So if your video is highly clickable and entertaining, YouTube is going to favor it and kind of rank it a little higher within their system. Now the things that they're really tracking is, one, that watch time, how engaged people are, but are the people liking the video? Are they sharing the video? Are they commenting? And you as the content creator, are you engaging with them? The reason engaging in your comment section is so important is because someone's gonna get a notification that you responded to their question or responded to their statement, and that might pull them back into YouTube to watch another video. So now we're on to the third piece of the magic of the YouTube algorithm, which is what happens at the end of your video. Are viewers subscribing? Or better yet, is the viewer clicking on to the next video that's in your end screen or into a suggested video by YouTube? Knowing that somebody just watched this topic in entirety lets YouTube know, okay, this person's really interested in this topic. Let me either present them with more information from this content creator or introduce them to another content creator that we already know has a very sticky video. So whatever you do, make sure that your video ends in a way that prompts them to watch the next video or is part of a series where they can continue watching your journey, because that's going to also let YouTube know that your video is keeping people on YouTube rather than discouraging them and boring them so that they go somewhere else. So if I need to recap this, 1, make sure your thumbnail is clickable, because that's going to be the first clue to YouTube that 1, they can make money and that you have something that people might be interested in. 2, make sure the content lives up to the thumbnail and to the title. Make sure that it's entertaining, make sure that you keep it appealing. And the ways to do this is maybe varying shots and good talking points. Like this video to me is not the best type of content that you could produce because it's very just one-dimensional and just me talking, right? All those things really help to keep somebody engaged. Think about it like a movie. If a movie was just this view, how likely would you watch that for an hour and a half? You need to change the scene, you need to change the setting. That's why you see some YouTubers will start out with one camera this way, and then they'll turn off to the side, and then they might go into a different room, or they might go outside. All those things help people stay engaged. If people are commenting on your video, make sure you respond to those comments. Whether they're positive, negative, it doesn't matter, engage them. That engagement lets YouTube know that 1, you're paying attention, and that also that person's more likely to come back and engage with more YouTube content. And the third piece is make sure that you get them all the way to the end of the video and present another bit of content that they may be interested in. For example, at the end of this video, I'm gonna place another video, a suggested video, on how much money I make on YouTube. Why? Someone who clicked this video is interested in being a content creator, potentially how much money you make, so they might click on to my next video, which completes that trifecta that YouTube's algorithm is looking for. The more you try to tap into YouTube's algorithm, the more successful you will be on the platform. I had no idea that my video series was gonna do as well as it did, but now I know, so whenever I'm making a new video series, I know how to build up that interest, pay off the interest, and potentially trigger YouTube's algorithm to take my video and keep pushing it out to other people. Now I hope this video was very informative and you learned something. Please, if you have any comments or question, use the comment section below, especially questions. I really would like to help you guys out. I know what it's like to be, at a few hundred subscribers and feeling like it's time to quit because you're putting so much time and effort into these videos to almost make it nowhere. There's nothing worse than spending a week making a video and 8 people watch it because you don't understand. You're like, what the hell's going on? What do I have to do? How does this other crappy video get 100,000 views but mine didn't? It drives you crazy. I know what that's like. So if you have any questions, however I can help, please leave your questions in the comment section below and make sure you check out the next video.